Okay, welcome to the Music Misfit Show on 94.8 FM. And tonight we have a very, very special guest. And he goes by the name of...
Tiph Miller.
Yeah, right on, man. How you doing?
All right, boss. Yeah, how's things?
Yeah, not too bad. You keeping well in lockdown?
Yeah, it's all good, you know. Yeah, I'm still working and stuff, so I'm just nothing's really changed for me, brother. But I'm stood on the doorstep on a Thursday, absorbing my claps as a frontline worker.
Nice. Much respect to you on that front, for sure.
Yeah, man. Can't spend claps though, can you?
Yeah. So, basically, just for the listener, like,
yeah, man.
Where are you from, and how did you first get into music?
Okay, so at the moment, I'm living in Leeds, from Leeds, and I suppose I got into music in high school. Well, I even suppose it were, Oasis that got me into picking up a guitar at first, I reckon. As probably a lot of people and a lot of bands, I think, claim that. I think there's, Arctic Monkeys, Kasabian, they all claim to have, been into Oasis in youth. So, yeah, I'd probably say high school, about year 8 or something like that.
Okay. So, was it guitar you started on first?
Yeah, it's got to be guitar, hasn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They look coolest, don't they, guitar? You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So did you start, basically you started learning guitar, and then did you start singing after that?
Well, suppose with the singing, actually, I actually started singing when I was really young. We had a couple of tapes around the house, like, Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, Billy Joel, Queen. So I'd always kind of like sung along to those growing up, you know what I mean? And then I suppose like in high school, just picking up the guitar, I wanted to learn, I wanted to sing and play at the same time. So I could already kind of sing, you know what I mean? But, well, I say kind of, I still can't really sing now, but...
Nah, you've got a voice on you, that's for sure. Yeah. A very talented, very talented guy. Just for the listener out there, like, he can play literally everything. Like, this man, yeah, super talented. You're gonna hear, we're gonna play some of his stuff later, so keep tuning in for that. But not only does he sing and play guitar, but he actually raps as well. How did you get into rap?
The rap thing, I'd sort of enjoyed commercial rap for a while. So like the like the big tunes like the Cypress Hills and the big bangers from the States and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it was actually I was quite really into Don't Flop, the UK
the rap
battle scene. Yeah, so I got really, really heavily into that. So I started, like, me and a friend of mine, Orca, Mikey Stewart, who we did the Psychic Writers with, we decided that we were going to have a battle, but just me and him. So we'd been like penning a battle for each other. But then it kind of just sort of stemmed from there. Says, well, we've been writing this battle for each other. Should we just like, make a tune? Because like Mikey, he got pretty big on the jacking house scene in the UK and like, Europe really. I think they got a track down to number 2 on the house scene. So we were already making beats and stuff. And he really liked hip hop as well. So says, tell you what, why don't we just go for it? We'll just make a little EP. We'll do a few videos. And we'll just see how it turns out.
Yeah, mate. I have to say they're fantastic. I love the gritty boom bapness of the tracks. They're amazing. 100%.
Oh, wicked, man! Yeah, I mean, we tried to do as like I suppose you could call it Yorkshire flavour, but we tried to sort of not jump on the bandwagon of like the American sort of style. There's a lot of. I didn't really know that British hip hop existed until I started rapping myself. I'd only ever heard the American stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when I'd started like hearing the Dirty Dyke, Four Owls, Akala, the list just goes on, man. It's just like what? Do you know what I mean? And just
Yeah.
it's obviously you can come at you get it because it's from Britain. Like obviously a lot of stuff with the American stuff is. Well, the more popular stuff, do you know what I mean? It's a lot about, guns and drugs and hoes and cars, all that sort of stuff. But,
Yeah.
Here in the UK, man, it's more about, if you listen to it, you know what it's about. It's more about your daily grind and stuff, in it. So it's a very different stories to tell, shall we say, within the rap songs.
Absolutely. But yeah, so you should check out Psychic Writers. Awesome. And you also did, you got into Boss of the Mic, didn't you?
Boss of the Mic, yeah. So through Psychic Writers, that's Psychic Writers with a Z as well, not an S at the end. We, because we were going to these like Don't Flop events and stuff like that. So we were meeting a lot of MCs and some some were really popular ones like Luna C,
Yeah.
Dialects from Leeds, So Is Zen. So there were a lot of big MCs actually in our hometown as well. Who were featuring on Don't Flop, sort of top tier artists. So we Boss of the Mic came from. We wanted his own like sort of bars channel. So basically, we went on it first. My and Mikey's video on there, but then we just started literally hanging out with some MCs from Leeds. So they went on, and then we went to some Don't Flop events, and we met some big names from America as well, who actually we managed to just collar outside the event. We're like, yes, we had his little boom box, we had his phone. It's like, do you want to drop some bars? God, who was it now? I can't think of his name. Black guy with a big tooth missing. Always looks like he's gonna cry. God, what's his name? I can't think now, but it was as soon as I get off this interview, I'm gonna remember it. It's just gonna come to me. But
yeah.
If you go on Boss at Mike channel, is there? I think he spits over a doggy style beat. I think.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style.
Yeah. It's one of the really. I can't remember which one it is now. I haven't really seen it for a while, but that Don't Flop event, we met some really cool artists who just were really keen to just jump on a beat outside. I think everyone had a few beers and stuff. It's like, yo, I'll spit some bars.
Yeah.
But I always remember the which were the guy now? Unanimous.
Oh yeah. He's
Unanimous
great.
He did a Boss of the Mic one, and he absolutely killed it, man. I was just stood behind camera filming, just wow.
Yeah.
Shit up, man. I mean, yeah. So they're all on there, man. If you want to check them out.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about that more, but we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to play some tunes. We'll be right back on the Music Misfit Show, 94.8 FM.
Oh.
Okay, back on the Music Misfit Show, 94.8 FM. I'm here with my man,
Tiph Miller, aka Props on the mic. It's all right, holding it down, keeping it tight.
Yeah. So you were talking about Don't Flop. I have to say, one of my favorite artists is Shorty Horror. What do you think about him?
Yeah, big shots, man. Yeah, he's dope, man. He's ultra dope. And he's doing really well now. I think he's trying to push his way into acting as well now,
Yeah.
Which is cool. I've seen him drop some videos that aren't actually necessarily rap. It's like he's going down the sort of the 90s Manchester scene with the way he looks, with the bucket hat and the Parker and that. But he's kind of spitting, but kind of singing. He's got a chorus and a hook and stuff. So. Totally. Yeah, he's making big moves. He's big in America. He's Shotty as well. I think they really like him over there, in Canada and stuff. So obviously he's big. But yeah, I met Shotty. At the event we were just talking about. Got a photo with him. Had a bit of a chat with him. He's a wicked guy, man. His bars are just sick. But I said, because I think he got invited to America so much. I think he brought that American style back to UK battle rap quite a bit. He had that, the aggression, of people, But there was, I think the thing that made me notice Shotty properly was he had this some sort of beef going on with an MC from Leeds called Luna C. And I think Luna C were one of the first guys that I noticed in Don't Flop that, well, I think a lot of people did, because he just brought this proper cheeky comedy.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to say slapstick, but just properly funny, man. And I think a lot of people got into it through Luna. But then I think I think it was Mikey said to me, have you heard Luna's diss track, Shotty's diss track against Luna? And I'm like, what? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I need to hear this. I think it's called like Therapy or something. It came out with the Zombie album.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, it's about 10 years ago, isn't it?
And it's just nuts. It's like, yeah, just probably, mate. Yeah, time flies, doesn't it? But yeah, I just heard that and I was like, if I were Luna C, I wouldn't even bother replying to that because there's no point. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like, what are you going to say to that? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's just no point trying to rebuttal it. You might as well just say, yeah, you know what I mean? It's good with bars and that. But I don't know. I think Luna chatted a bit of bubbles and stuff, and I don't know.
Well, I think like they're both really good at what they do, but they do completely different styles, you know? Shotty's a more aggressive, technical kind of bar for bar guy, and Luna's more will have you like laughing Definitely. Hysterically, you know. But I want to take it back to you now, and I want to speak about you're also so after you did Psychic Writers, or around that time you got into a couple bands, am I right? Can you talk a little bit about that? Oh, you're breaking up. 2 secs.
Ooh, Psychic. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So you got into a couple bands, right? Would you like?
Yeah. So I can't remember the exact order of how it all happened, but I was in a band called Sunji for a lot of years, and that went through loads of different eras. So we had like as pop era, and then we went to like a sort of prog era, and all sorts of stuff. But then that broke up, and I think simultaneously I started something called Bat in the Saddle.
Okay.
Which was more like an acoustic pop sort of thing. And then I think as that broke up, I started Psychic Writers simultaneously with a band called Impious that I auditioned for as a singer. Yeah, that's right, because we'd started Psychic Writers, and obviously that was the first sort of time I tried doing like rap and stuff like that. I'd always been like a backing vocalist in bands and like mainly a guitarist, so I'd never really sung up front in a band. So I decided to audition for this band called Impious, and I tried to bring some of the rap, the new sort of rap style that I was doing with the Psychics, and I think I was just kind of getting into sort of like metal music, which I'd never been into before either. So like Enter Shikari and like Born of Osiris and like the really heavier end like of the what do they call it, like sort of gent music.
2 secs.
So I'm really getting into that. So it kind of worked hand in hand in a way. Yeah. So obviously when I auditioned, I tried to bring a little bit of the rap, a little bit of the metal, and a little bit of the melody. Anyway, long story short, they really liked what I did, and they offered me a position of lead singer. And I was like, okay. So it's a little bit of a history there for you.
Nice. I think I've heard of that band, you know.
Oh, yeah. You might just have done. Yeah, you might just have done.
But yeah, they changed their name, didn't they?
Yeah, over much deliberation, they've changed their name to so Impious became Kilomantis, or Kilomantis, as some people may say it. But yeah, it was just, I think the name Impious, they had that name when I joined, and no one really seemed to know what it meant or how to spell it. So like at gigs, it's like, and here we have the Impirates or the Impetus, or you know what I mean? It's just like, who? Who are you talking about? It's like, and then like, you know, like if people were digging it and stuff, they'd come to us after gigs and be like, I really liked what you were doing, but how do you spell your name? You know, I want to go check you out online. It would just, well, it's Impyu. Do you know what I mean? It's like a couple more beers down the next, and they're just not remembering it, you know. And it would just, yeah. So before, you know, a name change, fresh start, new year, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
I hear they've got some new music and that coming out shortly, right?
Yeah. So it's weird with Killer Mantis because we always seem to have like a really big setback, like one a year for some reason. It's like. We've sort of kind of struggled to always sort of find us feet and get a proper pace going.
Yeah.
But we've got our own studio now. We've got like it's all recording stuff down there, so it's pretty straightforward for us. So we've got sitting on some new tunes, developing some stuff, and we've also got some new band members in as well. So you know we're indoctrinating them into the band and showing them the ways, and you know just try to bring. Well, you know, the new flavours and new styles and stuff. Yeah. So stuff's on the horizon, you know.
Yeah, look out for that for the future. That's going to be good.
Yeah, boy.
So I want to go back to your kind of rapping, you know, because I noticed like from listening to your music, from your rock stuff to your rap, a lot of your bars are quite, I want to say, philosophical. Is that the right word? They're very, you know,
maybe.
Philosophical and very about the universe and being connected and, you know, really woke type lyrics. And I just want to like can you talk about that a little bit? Like, do you read any books or anything that inspires that?
Yes and no. I try to read books, but I'm a very bad reader. Sometimes I can read a book and I find myself reading the same line like 5 times before I realise that I've just read that line 5 times. Like, what? Absolutely. I'm never going to get through this book, man. And I just put it down and just go do something else. I think it's just the bars with rapping, it's always, whatever you do with anything to do with like hip hop, in my opinion, you know, whether it's graffiti, breakdancing, rapping, MCing, any of them 5 elements you've got to have your own style. You've got to do what you know, and it's got to come from your heart. You know, the first thing I was taught as a graffiti artist is just borrow inspiration, but don't copy. Do you know what I mean? Never just copy someone direct, because do you know what I mean? People don't like it, and like B, it's always it'll always be better coming from you. You know, it's like singing style. Never try and copy someone's singing style. Always use your own voice, because once you know your own voice, that's better than trying to copy anybody else's voice, because only you sound like
that's
you.
Brilliant.
You know?
Yeah. Okay, so you were talking about how you get inspiration from nature and like things around you. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I suppose it's, if you look at it like religions, every culture's got their own religion and stuff like that, but you can sort of like, you can take what you want from all religions, but I personally, I've sort of found what I class as my own little religion, do you know what I mean, through taking like a little bit from that one or whatever, but I've always thought that I think sort of the guys who've got it mostly right is kind of like the Buddhas and stuff, because they're like, they're just chill, they're just trained, they're just solid, and they're just at one with all their environments, you know what I mean, with what's around them, but also at one with themselves, because they meditate, but also they're at one with their own body, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, breaking wood on the head and stuff like that. And it's just like, they've just got it. They're just chilling mountains in nature, just getting proper rock hard, man. You know what I mean? But like, peace, it's like, anybody wants to go test Buddhas, man, you get your ass handed to you, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I suppose a bit like, what's around you, innit, man? And I suppose like influences from TV shows and, you know, just experiences and stuff like that. And I mean, like, there's certain things I'm into. Like I'll always try and refer back, just like Egypt. I'm very interested in Egypt, and I think there's a lot of things in the Egyptian history that fits so well into rhymes and bars and stuff. And it's just I think just try to keep it exciting and try. I think mainly what I try to do is when someone hears my bars, I want to be able to project an image into their head. Do you know what I mean? So they see the image I'm saying, like. I can't. For one bar is what is it? Like the Egyptian lord, of course, I draw my sword. I'm raging into battle on my noble horse. Like straight away, there's an image in your head with that. There's like some guy riding into battle, like things like that, and just try and create pictures and images and thoughts and feelings as well.
Yeah.
Above all else, it's like I totally understand what he's saying there. It's like. Don't need to be hidden within a metaphor or anything. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, get it.
Absolutely.
and it can be in a metaphor as well, but still as obvious. Do you know what I mean? Just I get that.
So, when do you tap into a different creative side when you're working with bands than you do on your solo stuff?
Yes, I think. Yeah. Well, I think when I work with the band Impious, I sort of chip in a little bit every now and again to do with the music, but mainly I leave that to them guys to sort out, and I'll just concentrate on my vocals. But obviously with my solo stuff, I've got full control from the drums to the bass to the guitars to the harmonies to everything. Do you know what I mean? So I think I can get more creative with my solo stuff because I have no limits or band members going, well, I don't like that bass line, or I don't like that note. It's just like. I'm the only chef in the kitchen, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So I can work a little bit faster with my solo stuff as well. And so it's kind of the same. I use the same sort of processes and stuff. But I'd probably say I probably have to work a lot harder with my solo stuff because obviously there's more to control and there's more how I actually want it to sound.
Yeah. Speaking of your solo stuff, up next on the Music Misfit Show, 94.8 FM, I'm going to play a track, and this is called Light Years, and we'll be right back. Enjoy.
Listen to the madness
Okay, welcome back on the Music Misfit Show, 94.8 FM, and I'm still here with...
T to the M to the I to the Illa. Yes, I'm the chiller, Philly Manila. Come and kill a Miller.
Exclusive freestyle rap on Jorvik Radio. So, yeah, that track we listened to, Light Years, awesome,
Yeah, man.
absolutely loved it. And I wanted to ask you,
Respect.
I was listening to that song, and you have some lyrics in it that say, "Disillusion breeds confusion." What does this mean?
It's disillusion breeds confusion.
Oh, sorry, disillusion.
Yeah.
There was no lyrics up to look it up, So.
yeah, disillusion. Disillusion. It has multi layers to that bar, I suppose. There's some conspiracy level to it.
Okay.
There's a history level to it. It's multi-layered, but I suppose the first one really, I suppose, is we'll just go with the conspiracy vibe.
Okay.
I suppose in simplest thing I can think of is like false flags. We have these false flags, and it's something really terrible has happened over here, and everyone's concentrating on that while a couple of laws have been passed in Parliament that aren't very good for anyone apart from the people who've passed them. So there's that sort of level to it.
Yeah.
There's the level of like the history books and stuff like that. How I suppose it's he who wins the war writes the history, really. And you'd never really know the truth about what happened. I mean, a perfect example, look at Egypt, man. We know bits and bobs about Egypt, but really we don't really know the truth. We only know what we're taught in from a young age in history books, about basic stuff, and it's like mummification, and all these sort of rituals and stuff. But really, do you know what I mean? No, they don't really know how anyone built the pyramids or anything like that. Or there's so many secrets in Egypt that we don't know. But like I say, yeah, we only know what we're taught in as books when there's so much more history. So there's that level of disillusion breeds confusion because people just don't know what's going on, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, reminds me of kind of like Jedi mind tricks vibes,
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, yes, yeah, definitely, man. There's all sorts of layers to it, and I suppose it's one of them lines that's open to interpretation, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's basically it is what it says on the tin, man.
Yeah.
You just pick which level you want to acknowledge it on,
Yeah, and this Light Years song, this is off your debut album, Spiritual Fears. Your debut, right?
Yeah, that's it. The debut solo, man. Yeah.
So, for you listening out there, you should check it out. Tiph Miller, Spiritual Fears, absolute fantastic album. It has I would say it's very melodic. It's a very melodic album, and it's got a very, very thick sound. And I wanted to ask you, Spiritual Fears. What does this title mean?
Again, it's multi-layered, man. I'm full of these layers, but so I suppose in its basic thing is it's that we're all made up of tiny little spheres.
Yeah,
we're all made up of atoms and molecules, tiny little things just pushed together. But then also like I don't know if you've ever heard of dark matter. But dark matter is the big massive spheres that hold the little pretty much hold everything together.
Yeah.
But then it's like also we also live on a big massive sphere, but we're surrounded by other massive spheres in a solar system, which are also moving in big massive circles around each other. And it's just like the circle thing just keeps going on and on. And I think there's some of that resonates with spheres and circles of life, and like also they say on the spiritual side of things that we all have our own aura, and it's like a circle of light around each person, but each person has different colours depending on like the moods or how they are. Like some people who say they can see auras. They say, oh, he's got a very bad aura. He's an evil person because he's, emitting like red energies or something, stuff like that. So it depends what you believe in. But
I noticed that on the cover, you kind of have the, am I right, like crystal marble type things on the cover.
That's right. Yeah.
Am I right with connecting that with what you're saying now? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I sort of took that idea just because I just like the connection between like say people and the earth. I think like because crystals come from the earth. I mean, if you believe it or not, that they can heal them, but there's a lot of people who do like Reiki and crystal healing and stuff.
Yeah, holistic stuff.
Yeah, I mean, whether you believe it or not, I like that connection to something that's come from the earth that can, that can heal.
Yeah.
Whether you believe it or not, I mean, I've never been healed by crystals or anything like that, but I like the idea, the earth and the human being connected in that way through stones.
I have to say I'm a firm believer. I don't know about the listener, but I definitely collect. I've got some crystals and that.
Yeah, man.
So I dig what you're saying. I go to a lot of hippie festivals and get involved with a lot of holistic therapies and stuff like so.
Nice. Yeah. Nice one. Can't be a bit of hippie stuff.
A lot of good tracks on that album, definitely. I have to say, the Super Race song had some really, really nice vocals. It kind of gives me, when I listen to that song, it kind of gave me like Feeder vibes, kind of reminded me of the band Feeder.
I've never listened to a band called Feeder.
Oh, do you not? Oh, fair.
No, I've heard the name, but I won't be able to tell you like any songs or what they sound like or anything like that.
Oh, fair. But as a like listening to the album as a whole, it definitely keeps me intrigued because you change up the time signatures and there's a lot of different breakdowns and a lot of different changes in it that really keep the listener interested. So yeah, I enjoyed listening to it 100%.
Nice one, brother. I think the idea of the difference in moods and time signatures and energies in certain songs it's meant to be like a spiritual, like a spiritual trip, like something that you could go through on your life or in your mind or any sort of journey that you can go through in life. So it's like you're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs, you're gonna have fast-paced moments, slow-paced moments, but it was meant to be, I think it was sort of bring you up at first with some heavy tracks, bring you back down with some more emotional tracks, and then I think there's a little bit of prog in there as well. And I think the end track was sort of tagged on the end to be like, it's kind of like enlightenment, or just when you think you've sussed life, it's like, I got no karmic debt. Do you know what I mean? I've got it sorted, and like that was just meant to be like, yeah, man, it's all good, innit?
Yeah, definitely. I also liked, I liked the track "Sunshine." That was really nice.
Sunrise.
Sunrise. Sorry, Sunrise.
Yeah,
my bad. Sorry.
Man, that was just, it's good, man. Yeah, that was just to say what you see song, really, man. Sat there watching sunrise one morning and had guitar and words just came,
Really, really happy song, Yeah. Actually, like, it's funny because, like, when I was listening to it, actually reminded me of, like, because I've been getting up early in the morning at, like, 6, half 6, 7.
Yeah,
and
it's a good time.
I've been seeing, like, the sunrise. So, it kind of, like you said, with your lyrics, it paints a picture, and it was really, really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think that's the gift from the earth for you for getting up early, innit? Get up nice and early, you get to see the sunrise, man. Yeah.
Also, I want to ask you about Pull the Plug.
I
wanted to know, like, in Don't Pull the Plug, what are you talking about that song? Because you mentioned Don't Pull the Plug on this love. If you could only answer the call, what's in store for you. Can you kind of like go through what you
down.
break it down?
Yes, I mean the thing about the whole, I think the main theme of it, you know, there's one thing left that's true, I believe, in me and you. It's just about trying to stay positive and not. I mean, in this day and age, I mean, today in particular, you know, I've looked down my Facebook and it's just violence and riots and, you know, all these really horrible things and animal cruelty. And I'm not going to go too far into it because we know the sort of stuff, but it can really get you down, man.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm quite a strong-minded person, but sometimes I just flick through my Facebook and I think, what is going on, man? And it can get you down. You can think, you know, the world's a horrible place, and depending what you know, you could be like, well, what's the point in life? And everything's so honourable and blah blah blah. And it's about like sort of staying positive and not giving in to, you know, the negatives in life that you know that are always trying to get you. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, don't let them win, basically. Do you know what I mean? Don't pull the plug on the love that you know is actually there. But so you always see the bad in it. Like, you know, you turn news on, and it's right. There's been a war in Iraq. Some buildings being blown up. Blah blah blah. And they just like go through like the 7 worst things that have happened in the world, and then at the end they're like, oh yeah, and Deirdre's, you know, cat got saved from tree as well. Bye. You know what I mean? It's they should, like, you know, they should mix it up on news. They should start off with like the best thing that's happened in the world, you know, like, and then say something bad that's happened. It's always bad, you know, and it's always like, it's fair. I mean, and depending on what you think about, you know, the live vision and, you know, the all the programming through TV and stuff. Again, it's all sort of conspiracy, but I think there's got to be a bit of truth in everything, aren't there? And but yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just about like staying positive and just not giving into the negative stuffs, and you know, it's an ongoing theme through my album, I think.
Yeah, and in that song, you know, musically, I think it was you had a bit of like a subtle like synth bit in it. Am I right?
Yeah. Actually,
yeah, I thought that was really, really nice to kind of finish it off. Enjoyed it, definitely.
Nice, mate, nice.
So we've talked about your spiritual. So we're getting towards the end of the show, and I hope you've enjoyed the interview so far. And coming up, Tiff's gonna perform a brand new song, and it's called Sunshine Brother.
Yes, boss.
Yeah. So talk about that song a little bit.
Yeah, man. It's a totally different flavour from anything you'll find that I've written in the last maybe 10 years. It does have the Tiph vibe to it. I mean, basically the idea behind the song was a good friend of mine called Danny Waite. His grandma died like recently. Obviously with the COVID going on and stuff, they were really limited to when they could go see her and limited to who could go to a funeral and stuff like that. He also, you know, he's like, he's a scaffolder, so he's like, you know, he's been in and out of work and stuff, and he's got, you know, a missus and 2 kids, and it was just all getting on top of him a little bit with it all. And, you know, I think he had a bit of the COVID fear and stuff, because so he didn't dare go out or anything like that. So I just said to him, you know, no, I didn't say anything to him. I just wrote him this song to cheer him up, basically.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So I've just got one more question for you.
Yeah, man.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah, boy.
But before we play your song, what makes you a misfit?
A misfit?
Yeah, on the Music Misfit show.
I think what makes me a misfit is just that, you know, I just don't follow the rules, man. I do what I want. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like exactly just I'm saying about this song that you're about to play. It's like, it's got a proper 90s vibe. Do you know what I mean? It's like, nobody writes 90s tracks anymore, but I'm bringing it back, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm bringing it back for y'all here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure. And,
pleasure being here, brother. Pleasure being, man.
You know, I thoroughly enjoyed this interview. Yeah, so much love. Anyway, here comes acoustic version of Sunshine Brother. Actually, just to let them know where they can find you at.
Oh, of course, yeah, man. If you want to check out the video to this track and many others from my album, it's Tiph Miller. That's TiphMiller on YouTube. I'm always putting out demos, little secret songs. If you subscribe to me, there might be little demos that I might only put for like a day or two, and then I take them back down because I know they're going to be like solid album tracks. So if you subscribe to my channel on YouTube, you can also check out my stuff on not iTunes anymore, iMusic and Spotify. My album's on there to listen to. And you can also come along over to Facebook for my fan page. It's I have two if you're searching for me. There'll be one, my personal page, just my name, and then my fan page, it's just my name. So if you check that out, there's videos and links and all stuff to do with live performances and stuff like that on there. So yeah, man, if you want to come check me, come and say hello. Oh, sorry as well, also I'm on the Twitter as Miller Tiph. So if you want to come and say hello, give me any feedback or want a general chat about anything in the interview, then I look forward to speaking to you.
Excellent. Anyway, here's the track, 94.8 FM. You know where you heard it.
What's up, CJ, man? It's Tiph Miller. This is a new song called Sunshine Brother. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take your time and have some fun. Take it all, 'cause we're the ones. 'Cause I will carry the weight for ya. Spread your wings and fly away. 'Cause better days are on their way. Let the sun shine down on everyone. Here we are, we'll live forever as we keep marching on together. Have no fear, but take my hand. I'll take you to the promised land, 'cause you and I will shine. Yeah, you and I will shine. We sing our songs, then we sing another. You know I got your back, my brother. I will carry the weight for ya. I tell no truths, but I tell no lies. And as we fall down from the skies, let the sun shine down on everyone. Here we are, we'll live forever as we keep marching on together. Have no fear, but take my hand. I'll take you to the promised land, 'cause you and I will shine. Yeah, you and I will shine. As we keep marching on together. Have no fear and take my hand. I'll take you to the promised land, 'cause you and I will shine. Yeah, you and I will shine.